existing legacy life. Okay,
Oh boy.
because
Yeah.
every company, right, we understand it well, they run business, they have customers for decades sometimes, right? You have to keep your ship floating,
Yeah.
okay? And all the digital promise, and we know you mentioning executive tasted the benefits, it's like apparent now for so many, right? At the same time, day and night, I'm thinking, how do I keep my mission critical projects and processes on, right?
Yeah.
Can you elaborate what's gonna happen in 2020? Because it's not gonna
Well,
go
I
away,
mean,
right? Yeah.
the
Mm-hmm.
dirty L word is always there. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it is, legacy is something that you have to deal with. So the question is, are you going to, have 80% of your budget for, managing legacy, and giving you maybe 20% to play with, 10% of it will be
Maybe
productive?
less, maybe less, maybe
Yeah, maybe less.
95
I
to
mean,
5. I don't
some
know.
organizations, that's the case.
Yeah.
So I think you have to incent people to want to do something different.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to give them goals to take risks. Number one,
Mm-hmm.
that's how you change the culture. And two, you maybe reduce the amount that they have for maintenance, which forces them to think differently, think out of the box. And there's a couple of ways of dealing with legacy. One is what I would say, kind of a hands-off approach to legacy, where you don't go in and change it. I mean, it might even be in a language that you don't have any skills for.
Okay.
In that case, you're going to wrap it. You're going to put it in a different customer journey, a different process flow, and you're going to wrap it and leverage it. And it may be in a large chunk, it may be in a small chunk, maybe two different chunks. And and I've got some blog posts on that, where it's what I call a non-invasive way, of dealing with legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then there are other ways of dealing with legacy where you do minor surgery. It's what I would call outpatient surgery.
Mm-hmm.
You look at your legacy, by the way, most of the wrapping is for a better experience. I mean, if you think about it, or it's tying things together that were separate. And so you see a lot of RPA aimed at that. And then the minor surgery ones, this is a suggestion that I've seen work over and over again, is
Mm-hmm.
look for your hot spots of change. Where are you getting change in your existing portfolio? Where are you likely to get change in your existing portfolio? Isolate that part and put in explicit rules. So in other words, make the rules tunable from outside the program. And we're finding that that's very important. The other thing is you can link that up with decisioning kinds of technologies,
Mm-hmm.
model decisions, and see what the decision models will take into account, and what part of the programs have to change if a decision goes one way versus another. And in that case, it's not just a heat map of change, it's an anticipation of where you could change if a decision all of a sudden went another direction. So we bring that anticipation back in. You can be reactive or proactive with your heat maps.